Good morning, friends. My yoga box came in this morning, so I got a cute little new outfit from yoga because I love my yoga boxes. And my glasses are all fucked up. So I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my morning routine and kind of how I start my day. And so I like to sit on my porch and have my coffee and light my sage and hang out with my dog. See my plants. But I also like my medicine cards, and I've kind of slightly introduced them. They have like the animals on them, and it kind of just helps give perspective and your outlook for the day. And I've had a really difficult time over the past month, just processing this past month. It's been kind of challenging for sure. But needless to say, we all go through stuff, and you just gotta kind of push through. So yeah, I was just gonna maybe read my card out loud this morning, and just share a little bit about that. And you see my crystals, my plate of crystals. And so I don't remember what all the brands were, but this is my little yoga outfit. It's all backless and real cute, girl. So you can check out my plants. Hey guys, Savannah, what are you doing? What's her doing? What's her doing? Snapchat. And then I have my medicine cards. I just keep them in the Make-A-Wish Foundation cozy from Haley's event forever ago. But yeah, so I just kind of keep them there because I've destroyed the box that they came in. The book itself is slowly starting to come apart because I like it and I read it a lot. So, anyway, let's see what I choose today. Moose. About the moose. Okay, let's read about the moose. What is today going to bring? I'm ready, Mr. Moose. I guess I can just leave it there because you just need to hear me. You don't really need to sing. Alrighty, Moose is chapter 11. Moose. Oh, this is a good one. Self-esteem. Alright. Moose. Help me honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness as long as I live. Self-esteem. Mr. Moose. Moose is found in the north of the medicine wheel as the buffalo. North represents a place of wisdom. Self-esteem is the medicine of moose because it represents the power of recognizing that the wisdom has been used in a situation that recognition or a pat on the back is deserved. Moose is the largest member of the deer family and has great strength. The call of the male moose is an awesome thing to hear on a musky spring night. His pride in his maleness and his desire to share his seed with a moose cow are displays of his sense of self-esteem. The bellow of the male moose can be viewed as a positive force since it represents his willingness to tell the world about his feelings. This tell the world trait contains a joyfulness which only comes with a sense of accomplishment. There is no greater joy than a job well done. This trait is therefore not seeking of approval, but rather the enjoyment of sharing because of the spontaneous explosion of joy that comes from the deepest part of one's being. The wisdom woven throughout this scenario is that creation consistently brings forth new ideas and further creation. Moose is telling us that joy should be shouted with pride. The wisdom in doing this shouting is the joy is catching in a sense. The bellowing is a way for all of us to lighten up and give ourselves or each other a job well done. Moose medicine people have the ability to know when to use gentleness of deer and when to activate the stampede of buffalo. They understand the balance between giving orders to get things done and having willingness to do things themselves. The wisdom of moose medicine is akin to the grandfather warrior who has long lived since but put away his war paint and is now advising the young bucks to cool their blood. Moose medicine is often found in elders who have walked the good red road and have seen many things on their earth walk. Their joy lies in their joy lies in being the teachers of the children and being the first ones to give encouragement. It is not to say that moose medicine people do not use their wisdom to warn as well as to give praise, because they do. Moose medicine people know what they say, when to say it, and to whom. The elders are honored in tribal law for their gifts of wisdom, for their teaching abilities, and for the calmness that they impact in the council. If you are wise beyond your years and have the gift of moose medicine, use this gift to encourage others to learn and grow. There are many facets of wisdom of moose medicine. If you have chosen the moose card, you have reason to feel good about something you have accomplished on your journey. This may be a habit you have broken, a completion of some sort, an insight on a goal, or a new sense of self that you have fought hard to earn. It is a time of feeding harmonious pride and recognizing those who aided you in the process. One good exercise in moose medicine is to write down all the things that you can love. Write down all the things that you can that you love about yourself and your progress in life. Then apply the same things to friends, families, co-workers, and life. Don't forget to share the findings with others. They need encouragement as much as you do. If moose is upside down when you draw it, this is the contrary. If moose is upside down when you draw it, you are being reminded that ego can ruin your sense of accomplishment. Remember that others have the same potential you have, and do not become careless in your appreciation of their gifts. Reverse moose implies in tooting your own horn if you have failed to be interested in others, and have therefore forgotten that everyone teaches everyone else in some way. Contrary moose medicine may be asking you to grow quiet for a while, to calm your spirit and allow the strength and wisdom of silence to enter your heart. This is the core of moose medicine, knowing the wisdom of silence so that when it is proper to speak, you can take pride in your words. Dun, dun, dun. Can you resonate? I can resonate. I've had some self-esteem issues lately. Got all kinds of shit going on in my head that makes me insecure and bitter towards the world and frustrated and feeling like everyone is always out to get me in some way, shape, or form because I haven't let that go completely. And that's, a factor of neglect and abandonment that I feel for having to be there for myself. But it's like, I take pride in being there for myself because it's all I've ever had. So I gotta pat myself on the back. Show up for me. Like I can't sit in this wallow of self-pity that I'm, in this huge transition of life right now. Like huge. And there's so many different parts that are all surfacing that are a part of this equation that don't make sense. Like legal bullshit and death and balancing relationships with friends and loved ones and family members and life and work and animals and self-care. You know, like, I'm gonna miss my little bird family. I like my mornings on my porch. But this world is so big and there will be more birds to watch. And butterflies. And new sun to beat on my flowers. And a different breeze to blow my chimes. Good things to come. But it's not easy to get there. And I think that's the best part about everything that I've done in my life is that I've worked my ass off to get to where I'm at. But yet I am so insecure on so many levels. Like, I need self-esteem every now and then. I need that reassurance and, you know, that you did all right, kid, you know? Not having that for, I know. I've had her for 8 years, 9 years. Come on, lay down. What? That's one thing I did good. She always tells me go get them. And that she's proud of me. But that's because we have secret code talk and she says whatever I want her to say because I have her personality. Huh. On you now. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Thank you. You give me a high five? Yeah, good girl. You give me hugs? Come on. Give mommy a hug. Come on. Come on. Give me a hug. Come on. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Come on. Hi, Bubby. Good girl. We have been in worse situations over the past 9.5 years together. I've been in worse situations in the past 12 years. This is not unfamiliar territory. But the discomfort of being uprooted. The discomfort of being uprooted. Like, that's it. Like, with my plants, with myself, with my life. Like, Like, it's so easy for us to get so comfortable. And I think that's why, you know, change is inevitable. So there's a little 15-minute, you know, chit-chat with Laurel and kind of a little bit about what's going on and some food for thought for the day. Maybe we'll get some sunshine. I don't know, the rain's kind of been nice lately, though, I'm not going to lie. This too shall pass. Knock over your coffee, Laura. My sunflower is dead. Maybe it's time to move anyway. I had my last birthday here. Great. What are you doing? I can't even see. Little guard dog. I'll go for anything. It's the birds, Savannah. Okay, squishy nose. Snout challenge. Snoop. Have a great day. Happy Wednesday.